Another new face, Harrison Burton, moves up to the Wood Brothers in the Cup Series for 2022. Jamie?
Big undertaking for this young rookie, one of 3 rookies in the field this year. Just talked to the team, Brian Wilson, his crew chief, and he said after that first practice session, they decided they probably don't have the speed to go for the pole, so they're just focusing on race runs here. They're going to do some single car runs, and then they want to join up with the Penske cars and do some drafting so that this young rookie can feel it out before the big race.
Well, there you have it. We were talking about at the top of the show, you know, what are you going to do with this 50-minute practice session? Are you going to go out and try to work on going for that pole with your speed? And you're going to know that. Go out, run one single lap by yourself, see what you'd have for a hot rod. But I'm telling you, shots fired. When Chase Elliott went out and ran that all by himself, I'd say a lot of these teams said, maybe we'll go out and see how, let's just work on handling.
Chase Elliott 48.73 by himself, and now Justin Haley 48.83. So, and Alex Bowman right with them. So the Chevys have single car speed, and here Pogo sticking his way around the speedway is Daniel Suarez. That is a rough ride.
I get a feeling this is one of those cars. They've got 3 of the 4 corners just locked down, almost again like on ride limiters. But you know, back to Chase Elliott, we feel like he will be a contender for the pole tomorrow night. I talked to his crew chief Alan Gustafson about how aggressive are you in the dual race. He said, don't forget, there's stage points available in that dual race and pit selection for the Daytona 500.
Wait a minute. Whoa, Larry, did you say stage points?
It's February 15th. Are you counting stage points
There's only
already?
one
Let's see how important you are when we get to the end of the regular
There's
season.
only one stage that matters in Daytona, and that's right down there in Victory Lane. That's the only stage that counts.
Now look at Kevin Harvick compared with what we just saw from Daniel Suarez.
He was complaining about the way his car drove. Maybe he don't want to get in that Tootsie ride.
That one.
I think this is Kevin.
Now this is Suarez and Briscoe. Excuse me.
That's not a fair analogy right there, Mike.
Yeah, they all handle well down pit road.
Yeah.
Go hard, go hard. About 10 back to the 19, 5 back.
Oh, he's gonna. Waiting on his
We're good on pit road stuff. It all look good.
Well, he was practicing pit road, which is why you saw him on pit road right there. And what that was is his crew chief telling him they're down there watching his pit road speeds. This is the one practice session that the crew chief can see the pit road speeds from the NASCAR officials and report back to him.
Well, if you go to the dual race on Thursday night, we know everybody will have to make one trip at least to pit road. It could be a green flag pit stop. A mistake by the driver or the crew on that pit stop could take you right out of the equation. See his teammate Cole Custer in the 41 doing the same thing right now.
You know, with the gearbox, Larry, I've never thought about this, but so many years down there, you know, the lag in the drive line, it used to really throw you off when you were trying to focus on just a half of an RPM difference between, you know, being the best on pit road and not being the best on pit road. Maybe a gear selection, a second or a third gear without affordability in this new, you know, transmission that we have, that might be able to help these guys out of some of that.
Yeah, because I get a feeling the ratios between those are pretty close, so it could be a choice.
There was always a sweet spot for sure in your drive line. You got out of that, no man's land.